Hi everybody, it's Joe Krug from Finsweet. Welcome to the Class Adder tutorial series. In use case 2, we're going to disable body scrolling when our modal is open. This one is really important for user experience. You should be implementing this if you have an important modal, especially one that scrolls. Let's first look at the problem without Class Adder. Without adding this lock body, if you have a modal open, let's open that up. We're in preview, none of our JavaScript is running. You want the user to scroll like this. Great. But you don't want the user to scroll like this. So imagine a user is going and opening up a form and they're scrolling down the form and they can't get to it because they're accidentally scrolling through the body. This can get even worse when you go to a mobile experience. So we don't want that body to scroll when the modal is open. We only want the user to be able to scroll here. Okay, so that's what it looks like before we apply Class Adder, before we apply this class that locks the body. Now let's go and see this working live. So let me go and open this modal, and when I open the modal, I can scroll inside just like I'm supposed to, and then I can't scroll through the body. I'm trying to scroll right now, it's not letting me. And this will work reliably. Every time open and close, can't scroll the body, can scroll the modal. Excellent, so this is much, much better in terms of user experience. Now let's go into Designer and see how this works. The first thing we will note is the opening of the modal is with Webflow interactions. You can use Class Adder with Webflow interactions. They can go together. There's no problem with that. We don't want to write our entire open interaction with this Class Adder tool. That's not what it's for. So let's make it very clear that we are opening up our modal here. And when we go click that close button, it's going to close the modal. So you can do anything you want in terms of interactions here. The part we're concerned about is this add-on class of no scroll to the body. So on click of our open modal button, which is right here, open modal button, when I click that, we're going to add a class called no scroll to the body. When I click on the close modal button, that is the button right here, this close modal. When that is clicked, we are then going to remove that no scroll class from the body. And that will assure that the user can continue scrolling through the content after they've closed the modal. Excellent. Now let's get into the body. Here we have a blank body. You can have a class on it, not a problem. But here we are going to check out our no scroll. Overflow hidden. Excellent. And then when we remove it, it will be overflow visible. So that's what we're doing. We're going to add that class and remove that class based on the clicks of these buttons. Excellent. Let's go right into Class Adder and let's set this up. So we're first going to go to our open modal button and we're adding the no scroll to the body. Easy. Let's make this our trigger, open modal. We will trigger it on click, and on that first click, our target class will be body, or target element in this instance. Here we go, the target body. This is not a class. Please note that you can go and make the body a class like this if you had body. But we have no class on the body. That means no period, it's just body here. And we're going to add a class of no scroll. Cool. That's it. First click, open modal, no scroll on the body. Great. Let's now go add a new trigger, which is going to be on our close modal button. And here I will do close modal. Here on first click, we're going to add a new pair, and it's going to be the same thing that we just put above. Body, and the class to add is going to be no scroll. Great. But of course, we're not going to add this class. Now we're going to remove it. So when I click that open modal button, we're adding this body, this no scroll class to the body. And when I click the close modal, we're then going to remove this no scroll class from the body. Great, and this is exactly what we need. This should work perfectly. So I'm going to go copy this commented code, and I'm going to paste it right into the build, and we will watch this working. And I'm going to go publish, and when we see this live example, we should see the exact same thing happening. That means we are correct with our code. So I'm going to open this modal. I can scroll in the content. I can't scroll in the body. Perfect, perfect, perfect. That is exactly what we needed. And just to show you that this JavaScript is working, if I go into preview, we don't have any JavaScript running, and we can scroll through the body just like this, which we don't want. So this is perfect. Great, and that's how you lock the body scroll and totally customize the triggers that will make it happen. If you have questions about how this works, please don't hesitate to reach out. Go to sweetjs.io. We're here to help. Thanks.
That's effing sweet.